Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little English Podcast, your cozy space to learn English in a simple and relaxing way. I'm so happy you're here. Take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's improve your English together, one small step at a time. Have you ever had the feeling that your life is moving, but you're not really going anywhere? Not in a dramatic way, not in a way that's obvious to other people, but quietly, deep inside, something just doesn't feel right. You wake up in the morning, you go through your routine, you do what needs to be done, maybe you work, maybe you study, maybe you're trying your best to build something for your future. From the outside, your life might even look stable, predictable, normal, but inside, there's this strange sense of disconnection, like you're present, but not fully there, like you're living your life, but not really feeling it. And sometimes, in the quiet moments, a thought appears, soft but persistent. Is this really what my life is supposed to feel like? Feeling lost isn't always loud. It doesn't always show up as chaos or breakdowns. Sometimes, it looks like a perfectly normal life. You show up, you do your responsibilities, you try to stay on track, but there's no real excitement, no deep sense of purpose, no feeling of clarity. You start questioning things. Not all the time, but often enough to notice. Why do I feel so disconnected? Why does everything feel a little empty? Why does it seem like everyone else knows what they're doing, except me? And the more you think about it, the heavier it feels. You start comparing. People your age who seem ahead, people who appear confident, people who look like they have direction. And suddenly, you feel like you're behind, like you've missed something important, like there's a version of life you're supposed to be living, but you somehow didn't get the instructions. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. You don't feel lost because you don't have a path. You feel lost because you've been following a path that doesn't truly belong to you. Think about your life for a moment. How many of your decisions were made based on what you truly wanted? And how many were shaped by expectations? From a young age, you were taught what success looks like. Study hard, get good grades, choose something safe, build a stable future. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But somewhere along the way, no one really taught you how to understand yourself. No one taught you how to listen to your own thoughts without judgment. No one taught you how to explore what actually makes you feel alive. So you learned how to follow directions, but not how to create your own. You learned how to achieve, but not how to feel fulfilled. And over time, you became very good at doing what you're supposed to do. But quietly, you started drifting away from yourself. This doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small moments, moments that seem insignificant at the time, when you ignore something you feel because it doesn't make sense, when you say yes, when you actually want to say no, when you choose what feels safe over what feels true. Each time, you move a little further away from your authentic self. At first, you don't notice it because life is busy. There's always something to focus on, something to fix, something to chase, but eventually, there comes a moment where you can't ignore it anymore, a moment where everything feels off. You can't explain it clearly, you can't point to a single reason, but you feel it. That's what feeling lost really is. It's not confusion, it's disconnection. What if feeling lost is not a problem to solve, but a message to understand? A message from yourself saying, you've been going in the wrong direction for too long. Not wrong in a moral sense, not wrong in a way that means you've failed, but wrong in the sense that it doesn't align with who you really are. And now, your mind is asking you to pause, to stop moving blindly, to stop chasing things that don't feel right, to stop ignoring the quiet voice inside you, because that voice is still there. It hasn't disappeared. It hasn't been lost. It's just been ignored. So, how do you reconnect with yourself? Not by rushing to find answers, not by trying to fix your entire life overnight, but by slowing down and starting to listen. Start with simple awareness. Pay attention to how you feel throughout your day, not what you think you should feel, but what you actually feel. Notice the moments where you feel drained. Notice the moments where you feel calm. Notice the things that feel natural and the things that feel forced. These small details are clues that point you back to yourself. Another important step is asking better questions. Instead of asking, "What should I do with my life?" ask, "What actually feels meaningful to me?" Instead of, "What will make me successful?" ask, "What will make me feel alive?" Because your direction doesn't come from outside validation. It comes from inner alignment. One of the biggest reasons you feel lost is because you're trying to meet expectations that were never truly yours. Expectations from society, from family, from people around you, and sometimes even expectations you placed on yourself. But here's something important to remember. You are not here to live someone else's version of life. You are here to discover your own. And that process takes time. It takes trial and error. It takes uncertainty. It takes moments of not knowing. And that's okay. Because clarity doesn't come from perfection. It comes from exploration. Another reason feeling lost feels so uncomfortable is because we don't like uncertainty. We want answers. We want direction. We want to feel sure. But life doesn't always give us that. Sometimes you have to move forward without knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes you have to trust yourself before you fully understand yourself. And sometimes you have to feel lost before you can truly find your way. Feeling lost is not a sign that your life is falling apart. It's a sign that something inside you is asking for attention. A sign that you're ready to stop living on autopilot. A sign that you're ready to reconnect with who you really are. So if you feel lost right now, don't panic, don't rush, don't try to force clarity. Instead, pause, take a breath, and gently start coming back to yourself. Because the path you're searching for is not something you suddenly find. It's something you slowly build through small, honest choices, through moments of reflection, through learning to listen to yourself again. And over time, those small moments become direction. That direction becomes clarity, and that clarity becomes your path. What part of this video made you think the most? Leave a comment below. Thanks for spending time with me today. I hope this episode made your English learning a little easier and more enjoyable. If you like this podcast, don't forget to follow the channel so you won't miss the next episode. See you again soon and keep going. You're doing great.